Hi and welcome to today's reading. Today we have 3 piles, pile 1, pile 2 and pile 3. Today we're going to be asking what is ahead on your journey, and better more, how can you prepare for what is ahead on the journey. So we've got a lot of cards here, they're all pre-shuffled, and we'll see what comes through. There's a lot of advice and messages, and hopefully this will help guide you on your journey and guide you on how to prepare for what's ahead. Please remember this is a general reading, so just take what resonates, take what feels good, trust your intuition with the messages that come through. So please pick your piles now. Hi pile 1, you chose this beautiful blue crystal. It's a stunning, stunning color, and today we're asking what is on your journey ahead and how can you prepare for that journey now. What advice and messages is there for how you can prepare for that journey. So please remember this is a general reading, so just take what resonates and what feels good to you. Okay, so we'll put your crystal over here. With these cards, I asked specifically what is ahead on your journey. So we're going to find out through these cards. So first of all, oh wow, we have the card of the Creator coming forth. So I definitely see that in your future and what is ahead for you is an excessive amount of creativity, and hopefully you are someone who is interested in creative things, because we have here a hand that is holding a paintbrush, and this is telling me that there's definitely a very creative path ahead for you. And this doesn't necessarily just have to be with art, it can be with creating anything really. Everything that exists in this world is from an idea, and that idea is then put into existence and created into something special. So you are going to be creating something really amazing on your journey ahead, and I think that is a beautiful, beautiful and inspiring message for you to come forth. There's so many rainbow colors here, so you might see a lot of rainbows, you might be inspired by color, and you might be someone who really likes to have a lot of colors within your world. You might like to wear really colorful clothing. And another thing I'm seeing in this card is circling around the hand is this circle, and I think that what you create is going to be it's going to be following a sort of path that is going to be, it's a journey that you're embarking on. So like the topic of for this reading is, it's definitely going to be a journey, but it's almost going to be following a really distinct circular pattern, meaning that where you start and how you move along the journey is going to almost be coming full circle at the end. So that means sort of you're going to come back to yourself. I think I'm getting that message of you're going to come back to yourself on this journey, who you were when you were a child. Maybe you really enjoyed creativity as a child, but now as an adult maybe you've sort of strayed away from that a bit with all of the pressures and other things that exist in life. And there's a lot of sort of belief out there in the world that creativity is not something that can be easily pursued, and I think a lot of people shy away from it because of that. So I think you're going to be bringing that message that creativity is something that is necessary and so beautiful in this world, and it's really a huge foundation for a lot of what exists in our world, because everything that exists in our world had to be created by someone. It had to be inspired by a creative idea. So I think this is a super awesome journey ahead for you, what is in your future. And you're going to be bringing a lot of light and brightness and color and inspiration into the world. You can see how the color is surrounded by this darkness on the edges, but the color is winning. It's pushing the darkness out, and that's all coming from within you. So I think that is also an inspiring message, is that you're going to be inspiring a lot of other people on your journey and with your creative ideas and what you are creating in this world. Then this card is going to give us a little bit more information about your journey and what is ahead. So with that we have, wow, I love that. We got the scarab beetle, which is an extremely lucky thing to see, and a beautifully inspirational creature. And it says here that magic works through you. So whatever you are creating ahead on your path, it's going to be filled with a lot of inspiration, a lot of magic. It's going to bring a magic into this world that doesn't exist there already. So the scarab beetle also makes me think of the relation to ancient history, and how the scarab beetle is a very important symbol in like Egyptian culture, for example. And I think that you're going to be bringing forth a lot of this ancient wisdom that has been maybe passed, you know, as you've moved through this world and existed in different lifetimes. You've gained a lot of wisdom and a lot of magic, and that's kind of going to be coming forward as you continue on this journey ahead of you. So I think that's really amazing, powerful message for you, Group Pile 1, that your journey ahead is going to be filled with a lot of creativity, creating things, using and tapping into all of the wisdom that exists within you and bringing that out into the world. We've also got the number 52 here, so 52 might be a relevant number to you. If you add the two together, it becomes 7. So 7 could also be a significant number for you. Maybe you are seeing 7s around a lot. Maybe 777. Maybe repeated numbers of that sense. Okay, so that is what we get about what is ahead for you on this journey. Now, let's get some more advice about how you can prepare for this journey now in the present times. So we'll start with, we have 2 more cards here. Start with these, which are going to give us a little bit more information about how you can prepare for this journey. Okay, so we have, first of all, the shapeshifter is coming out for you. The shapeshifter. So with this card, okay, I'm seeing straight away a snake skin. The whole background of this card is filled with a snake skin. So snake skin is all about, it's making me think of transformation and shedding different layers, shedding things that no longer serve us, and moving forth as a more powerful and rooted person. So I think one way that you can prepare right now on your path for this journey of creativity that's ahead of you is to focus on letting go of any old ideas, focus on embracing this transformation and these changes that are happening in your life currently, because they are leading you on a really amazing path that's ahead. So I'm definitely seeing that within the shapeshifter card. Within the word shapeshifter, I'm also getting the idea of being someone who is able to adapt to any situation that comes up for you. So I think that's another really amazing quality that you possess right now, is that you are someone who's able to just easily adapt. So whatever changes happen, I think having that positive attitude and just taking them as they come and being able to adapt to them is something that you're able to do, being the shapeshifter. The other things I see in this card is, oh, there is also, okay, if I look more closely at the images, there's also a tiger here. This picture is of a tiger. A tiger is an animal that goes after what it wants. It is a very strong and powerful animal, and I think that is a spirit animal that you can tap into at this point in your life right now, to embody that power and that confidence and that ability to go after what you want and to follow your dreams. And if you feel drawn towards creative things, to really pursue those creative passions, because they are what is ahead for you and they are part of your life story. So I think embodying that tiger spirit will be a way of going forward. I also see here with the picture we have this picture of a person here, but this person, it looks quite scary, to be honest. It's not like, it's quite a scary picture, but then placed on top of that picture we have this beautiful like ruby sort of looking type of crystal. So I think that if there are times in your life right now when you do feel like you're going through some sort of tougher situations and stuff, like utilizing crystals and stones and getting in touch with anything that's earthly is also going to help just kind of get you out of those more darker emotions that maybe pop up every now and then. And rubies, if this is a ruby, I'm not totally sure if it is a ruby, but if rubies, the words that's coming into my head, so rubies might be a significant stone for you. Maybe the ruby is something you already have somewhere in your crystal collection or stone collection. Maybe you have some jewelry that has a ruby in it. And we have an eye, what looks to be an eye here. And this is making me think of a fish eye for some reason. So what that could mean is that with the fish eye, I get the sense of, being in water and associated with the ocean and anything to do with going with the flow. So I think that falls back into that message of being the shapeshifter and being able to really easily adapt to any situation that you are going through by going with the flow of that situation, just embracing the changes, embracing the transformation, will help you move forward on this path from this point on. And once again, we have so many beautiful colors in this card, relating back to all of the colors here. So rainbows and colors, they probably, when you look at these colors, they probably do make you feel quite alive and quite rejuvenated. So surrounding yourself with bright colors could also be something that helps you quite a lot at this time. Okay, and then this is beautiful because this kind of connects with this card. We've got the Starborn. So the Starborn relates back to that magic that exists within you and that exists all around you. And this is really bringing me to, like, this makes me think always of a sky here with all these different stars, like a galaxy in the universe. And I think that you have all of that sort of magic within you and around you to be able to tap into. And there is a picture of an egg here, and the egg has a bit of a crack on it. So what I'm thinking with this egg, or the message I'm getting with this egg, is that for anything to come into existence, it has to be created first. So like an egg has to be, it comes from the chicken and it then goes through a whole transformation within itself, and then it cracks open and it becomes this beautiful little animal that started out as just something really, really small and minute. So I see that as being kind of at this point in your journey, is looking at your journey ahead as being, it's going to be enabling you to break out of any confines that you feel like you are within. Thinking of the larger picture here, the bigger picture, and knowing that you are going to emerge out of any restraints that you are in right now by looking at all of the magic and the beauty of the journey that does await you. We're having that message here. There is so much amazing creative essence that is existing out there for you. So I think just looking at that bigger picture can also just help move you forward at this time onto this path of creativity and being able to embrace your creative self. You're going to be bringing something into the world that is going to be filled with so much ancient wisdom, so much wisdom from the universe, and it's going to be a creative little thing that might start out quite small, but it's going to grow into something big. And that also is a message coming from this egg, is it starts really small, but it grows into something really big and really powerful. So I'm seeing that with the advice from these cards. Then let's get, with these cards, we've got some more advice of what you can do now to prepare for this journey ahead. So we have here, okay, this is great. We have the whale coming out for you, the whale spirit, and that is saying trust in the great mystery. So you don't need to know the entire path completely. Like, that's kind of why I don't really like to read too much into the future. I more like to focus on reading for the present moments and kind of how we can make changes in our present moments to move forward into what's to come next. And I think that's something that you can embrace right now, is just trusting, put your trust in the universe, that everything is going to be working out for you how it's meant to work out. You don't need to worry about it. You don't need to be anxious about it. And whales are creatures that are really able to dive very deep within the ocean and to dive to deep lengths. And there's actually a lot of things we don't really know about whales that are still to be discovered. And I think that also is telling you that everything that you'll need to know will be told to you at the time when it's meant to be known. For now, just trust in that mystery, embrace it. And we also have this is beautiful, the numbers on this card are 6 and 5, and when you add those together, it creates 11, and 11 is a really, really spiritually connected number. So I definitely see you being very connected right now in this moment, and for the moments to come, to spirit and the universe, and to also embrace that spirituality as much as you can. And there's so much like blue, this beautiful blue on this card. So that just reminds me a lot of like magic and mystery and just all the beautiful things in this world. That color is just so calming as well. So I think also that's another message, is to stay calm in this moment. Everything is going to be okay. Everything is going to work out. Your destiny is ahead of you, and you're on the right path. And in this moment, just trust that you are on the right path. Then the other card we have is, I love this. I love getting this card because it's the Otter Spirit, and it's telling you that you're never alone. So even if right now you are at a point where maybe you do feel quite lonely on this journey, maybe you feel like the decisions that you're making, the decisions that you want to pursue in your life, like for example, pursuing a creative passion, often that can feel quite isolating and quite lonely, because not a lot of people have the courage to make that step and to take that action to pursue something in creativity. So I think that with this card coming out, it's telling you that you are really supported on this journey by your angels and your ancestors, and you can call on them whenever you want to help guide you, to help give you advice. And it's also telling you that you are not alone, in terms of there are many, many other people out there, many communities that exist that are embracing their passions, their creative passions, and choosing to take the road less traveled. So I think that know that you're going to find and connect with those people as well. Like right now that might be happening. You might be meeting a lot of other people in this present moment that are doing similar things to you, like embracing their creative passions. And I think that is going to form a sense of just knowing that you're not alone on this journey. There's so many other people who are also wanting to follow their hearts, and we have a heart here on this card. So following your heart and following what feels right and what feels good to you, you are supported in that journey. And yeah. Okay, then let's get now some tarot cards that will also just give us some more information about what you can do to prepare right now, what you're currently going through, or any messages that you need to hear right now that will help guide you. So the first card that we have coming out is we have the King of Pentacles. So with this coming out, I think it is telling you to, in this present moment right now, is really try to get into an abundant mindset as much as you can, because that is really going to help you like continue to live in that way, that the more that you embrace abundance and the idea of abundance and the fact that you have so many amazing things already in your life, the more will come into your life with that same mindset, that same way of thinking. So the King of Pentacles is someone who is really confidently knowing that they have everything that they need. They are very comfortable in their seat, and I do see with this pentacle here as well that there's a lot of magic kind of coming down, like little stars and things that are coming down to this pentacle. So I do think that you're going to have a lot of little miraculous maybe kind of situations where abundance does pop up into your life where you didn't expect it. So I think that is, and that might be happening right now. You might be even having a few moments where, you know, even sometimes when you walk on the streets and you see a little coin or even maybe a banknote or something, just random little situations like that that are going to help you know that abundance is all around you. And I think one affirmation that you can say to yourself, which could also help guide you right now, is to say, I am abundant, I am prosperous, I am wealthy in all areas of my life. I'm grateful for everything that I have. I'm grateful for everything that I receive. And right now outside it's just started raining, like it's literally just started pouring rain. And you know how the rain brings to, like, it's really, really hot summer right now, and the rain is going to bring a lot of abundance to all of the earth and the nature around here, and little things are going to continue to grow. So I think with this rain happening right now, it's a sign for you that things are going to grow. Abundance is all around you, and just stay as much as you can in that King of Pentacles energy. We also have a wolf here on this card, so wolves might be a spirit animal for you. Wolves might have a significance in your life. Okay, so we'll put that there. Oh, and I am also seeing in this card a lot of books, so you might find it really helpful right now to do a lot of reading and focus on expanding your knowledge in different ways, because that can also help spark a lot of creative ideas, to read more and dig into things that you maybe are curious about but you've never really looked so much into them. Maybe reading and finding out information about those things, those little curiosities, it might help lead to a much bigger idea that could really build into something huge in the future. Okay, so then our other tarot card that we have coming out is we have the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man is all about changing your perspective on things. So I think it kind of falls in line with the message that we had here, is just changing your perspective on your current situation is really going to help you look at things in a more positive way. And we have a dove on this card, which I think is a beautiful message from Spirit that you are never alone. There's always guidance and support for you, and a lot of peace can come into your life if you look at your situation from a different perspective, from a wider perspective, which we had coming out in that Starborn card, is looking at everything and every experience that you're having right now from a different perspective and a wider perspective, seeing that these situations all play into a much larger picture and into a much larger destiny and path for you. And we have, oh, this is really powerful, this message coming forth right now that I'm seeing from this card is, you can see how the person on this card is hanging upside down, and everybody in the background is kind of looking at them like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you doing that? Like, look at this guy. All of these little faces of the people in the background are like wondering what this person is doing. But this person is completely confident in what they are doing, and they're just having a really good time. They are embracing their happiness, embracing doing things that make them happy and feel joy, and not worrying at all what these people in the background are thinking. So I think that is another message for you right now in this moment in time, is don't worry what all other people's opinions, don't let those sway you from being yourself and from embracing your journey and your true authentic self and doing the things that make you happy and that bring you joy, if that's art or that's creativity or any other things that you really enjoy. Be confident in yourself and in your path, and yeah, don't worry what other people think, because they all look kind of miserable in the background, but you'll be having a really great time. So I think that's another very powerful message here. It's just be your authentic self, and you're being encouraged to follow that authenticity, and yeah, and you'll be teaching other people a lot along the way, because all these people in the background who didn't believe in you right now, or maybe don't believe in what you're doing right now, in the future they're going to look at what you've created and they're going to be really amazed and inspired themselves. So I think that's another powerful message there coming through. Then we have this card, which will also give us some more advice. Okay, I love this. I love when all the messages are kind of like falling into place. And this is the fire guardian who says, ignite your passions, follow your fire, follow what makes you happy and what brings you joy. This is your destiny, this is your journey, this is your path, is to follow those passions. And yeah, you might be really connected. You might be a fire sign, or have a big connection to fire. You might really like to be around fires, or to have like a fireplace, and maybe you're constantly lighting a fire. Maybe you find looking at flames or candles really relaxing. That could also be another idea from this card, is to light a candle every once in a while, and just look at that flame and remember that you know how a candle flame starts also really, really tiny and really small, but a fire can grow into a huge, huge thing. And I know sometimes that's not a good thing, especially some of our current situations in the world, but when you look at just the idea of a fire and the idea of how a fire can just really grow into something huge, I think in terms of a symbolic meaning, that can be a really powerful message for you, a really positive message, that your passions and your creativity can really, really ignite a lot of fires within other people and encourage people in a huge way. So yeah, that's really, really beautiful. And I'm also just seeing a lot of yellow in here. Yellow is connected to your solar plexus, which is to do with doing things, and then your orange on this card is connected to your sacral chakra, which is to do with your feelings and embracing how you feel and following your feelings and your passions. So I think, and then we also have a tiny bit of red on this card as well. So I think that's connected to your root chakra and just staying balanced and confident in those decisions and doing things that help you maintain a balance of feelings. So, because that'll also help you just keep in touch with what you truly want, and what feels authentic to you is if you continue to balance out all of your chakras, maintain a balanced outlook in life. And that can, I always say, like, that can, going out into nature is a really great way of stabilizing and rooting back to earth, rooting back to yourself, kind of clearing your mind of all the busyness and the opinions and things that come in and try to sway us on our paths. So yeah, I think that's a really powerful message for you. Really love that. Then let's see, these two cards should give us some more information on guiding you. Okay, ooh. Alright, so this is interesting. We have, and this really falls in line with kind of this idea that we just had right now. So we have the card that first came out, which is the card of the square, semi-square, quincunx. Sorry, I don't think I'm pronouncing that right, but the word here is tension. So I think that with this card coming out, it's saying that you probably are encountering right now at this present point a lot of like conflict in terms of what people are saying, like versus what you are believing, and I think that it's important with the second card coming out, which is a beautiful card for you. It's the Midheaven card, and it's the Pinnacle. So this is saying that you have to let go and ignore any of that tension, any of that conflict, and focus on what is truly, truly meant for you and what you feel is right for you, because that is going to lead you to this abundance, lead you to this like sort of castle in a sense, like by castle meaning sort of more, I mean, who knows, maybe it could be a real castle, but like more of a metaphorical sense of a castle can symbolize like achievement and being at that pinnacle of our dreams, like that high point of our dreams. So I really think that the advice here is just to really focus on moving forward how you feel is best for you, because you are moving towards this beautiful, beautiful future, and you're going to create it. All castles start by being just one brick in the beginning, and they are gradually built up to be these beautiful, beautiful structures that are huge and really awe-inspiring. So I think that you're going to create your dreams. Just keep walking on that path towards them. And yeah, there's a huge sun up here, so the sun always symbolizes joy and happiness, and I think you are going to choose to focus on that, and try right now in this present moment to put yourself into that energy as much as you can. Okay, then we have over here this card will hopefully give us a couple more bits of information. Okay, this is great because it really emphasizes the message that we did have coming through already about expanding your wisdom and expanding your viewpoints and opening your mind to all the different possibilities that exist out there, because you might feel at this point that you don't necessarily have the exact idea yet of what you are going to be creating in the future. Maybe you do, but if you feel like you don't know yet what you're going to be creating on your journey ahead, expanding your knowledge, reading a lot, gaining as much wisdom as you can through experiences, through books, through just living, really, really living your best life, and that's going to help you get towards this creative path that is ahead. And this card often reminds me of the Hierophant, so I'm always connected to sort of spirituality and embracing that on this journey as well. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm seeing from that card. And again, a lot of red in this card, so maintaining that balance and that confidence in your decisions on this journey is really, really important. And then our last card from these cards is this one, which is great because it's another emphasis on the same message here. Is you've got the black cat, and the black cat is related to mystery. So this is another message, just trust in the mystery, trust in the situation and the journey unfolding how it's meant to fold. You don't have to worry about it. It is going to unfold in the best way for you. I see so much positivity here in this reading. Really, really beautiful amounts of amazing things in the future. So I think your journey ahead is going to be really cool. You might have a cat. You might be really connected to cats. You might see black cats kind of often. And I think just know that these cats, and if you see or have a lot of cats, that they're supporting you on this journey too. They're just reminding you, when you do see them, they're just reminding you, just trust in the universe, trust in the process. Everything is going to be okay. Everything's going to work out how it is meant to work out. And yeah, I think that's, and I also see with the cat's eyes, the eyes are very green here, and that's kind of connecting me back to your heart chakra, and just really, really following your heart. Follow your heart on this journey. Follow what feels right, because your intuition, your heart, how you feel, that's always going to guide you forward, how you're meant to go forward. So I think that's really, really beautiful message. Okay, so then just to end off, I think we have here, I'm going to get a couple of these little cards to see what other information we can get, that's anything else that will kind of give us some information about your journey. Okay, we have a few coming out here. So we have the word healing. So you might be, like we had that card of transformation earlier, so healing a lot of past issues, healing and letting go of anything that no longer serves you. You're on a healing journey and you're transforming and changing along the way. So we also have these cards coming out. So we have true, we have the word true. So, and we have hermit, and we have challenge. Okay, so these three cards came out together. So what I'm seeing is, and it came out in this order, so it's like any challenges that you're going through, the hermit is coming out to tell you to go within, to look within and face those challenges from what is inside you, from that wisdom that's inside you. Really meditating, connecting with spirituality, connecting with your spirits and angels and your guides will really help you know that the truth is going to emerge. The truth and how you're meant to go forward is going to come to you. Those ideas, that truth, that inner knowledge is going to come to you, and you're going to be able to get over those challenges. So that's what I'm seeing with those messages coming forth. Then we have a huge pile over here of some more. So we have August coming out. So right now we are currently in the month of August when this video is being filmed. So right now is a really important time in your life. It might be the start of this journey, like from today as you're watching this video, it might be the start of this journey for you. And we have feel, we have the word feel coming out. So I think that's just really saying to connect with your emotions, connect with your inner truth, connect with what feels good and what feels right to you, and trust those feelings. We have Pisces coming out, so you might be a Pisces, or Pisces might be a relevant star sign for you, astrological sign. With Pisces, I'm also relating back to the star card in tarot. I think I'm on the right track with that. So that's making me think that the star is like, the star card in Pisces is all your dreams and hopes are going to be coming true. Just trust that they are. Trust that your dreams and hopes are out there in your future for you. and I think that's reminding you of that. We also have November coming out, so November could be a really important month for you. You might also have a birthday in November, just a sign maybe that this reading is for you and hopefully resonates for you. And then we have the High Priestess coming out, so I think that you're someone who really is able to trust in your intuition, and this is guidance to really trust in your intuition and what feels good and your path and your journey, and do the things and follow the road that you feel like is best for you. Don't think too much about everything. Like, get out of your head and trust more in your heart and your intuition on this journey ahead. Then I thought to quickly just get some letters to see if we can just get letters and numbers, see if we can get any other information for you. Okay, let's see. Okay, we have the letter T coming out. We have another T, so maybe you have a name with a T. We have also an H coming out. We have a letter Q, so you're a queen. You're a queen, and you should know it. Trust in everything royal. You are royalty, and you definitely deserve to have that castle that was in the picture earlier. So M we have here. We have a D coming out. We have another T, so there really might be someone with the name T here. Another H coming out, so 2H, your name might be with an H. We have an I, and I'm getting the word hit over here. So I think that this is an encouragement that you are going to be, whatever you're creating in the future is going to be a hit. It's going to take off, it's going to be inspiring many others, and it's going to be big hits and something necessary that needs to enter this world, needs to be born and created into this world. Also got the letter Y, and another H, so a lot of H's. Yeah, so I don't really see any other. Okay, yeah, I am seeing the word. I have one other message here. I'm seeing the word dim. So this message coming out is telling you and me here, well, hopefully you through me, is don't let anyone dim your lights. Shine your lights as brightly as you can. Follow those passions, because it's going to be worth it, and it's going to be the journey of your life really to embark on this mission. And we have again the number 7, so we had 7 coming out somewhere else, so I think 7 could be a really relevant number for you. Definitely look out for seeing signs of 7 around. So pile 1, that is what I have for you. The journey ahead looks very, very, very prosperous and inspiring and filled with creativity, and I'm really excited about this for you. So I really hope that you found this reading helpful and guiding to your present situation and kind of how you can go about moving forward on this path ahead. So thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you again soon. Hi Pile 2, welcome to your reading. You chose this beautiful rose quartz crystal, very light pink, very, very beautiful stone. So we'll put that over there. Today we're asking, what is ahead on your journey? And I've also drawn cards to then ask, what can you do now in this present moment to prepare for the journey ahead? Please take the messages that resonate for you, trust your intuition on the messages, and I really hope that this reading will be helpful and guiding to you. I've pre-shuffled a lot of cards, so we'll put those ones there. These cards over here are going to ask what is ahead on your journey. So let's see what is ahead on your journey, Pile 2. Okay, we have here the empty room. And I really love this message for you, pal, too, because getting the empty room means that you literally have endless possibilities on the journey ahead. There are so many things that you can do, and you're not being confined to just one journey or one path. You're being given this opportunity of creating a future for yourself that is filled with whatever you want to fill it with. And I think that's a really powerful message coming out for you today on the journey ahead. You're going to be creating your future as you move forward, and it could be literally anything. So take a moment now to think, what is it that you want your future to look like? What do you want this room to be filled with? And think about how you can start today to take those steps forward to fill up this room with all of the hopes and wishes and dreams that you would like your future to look like, because this card is telling you that there really are endless possibilities for how you can decorate your future, basically. And with this card coming up, I'm also getting the message of definitely something about decorating and like houses and filling rooms and things like that. So I don't know, that might just be a very specific message for someone, but maybe that is something that you are already currently doing or something you're interested in, and possibly that is a path forward for you. So let's see what other cards came out. You had two other cards coming out. Pile 1 just had one card. So this is still asking what is ahead on your journey. So we'll take the first card here. And you have here the mouse spirit coming out. And the mouse says to tend to the small things. So with this card coming out, I'm getting that in the future, it's like you're going to be taking small little steps forward, and not really knowing what the bigger picture is, like not really knowing how that room is going to be filled out, but you're going to take little steps on your path, trusting your intuition and trusting what feels right to you, and tending to those very small moments and those small little steps is going to lead to a much greater outcome in the end. But this card coming out is saying to not worry too much about what the end picture looks like, but rather focusing on just like every single day and every present moment as you're moving forward. Enjoy the days that you are in right now, and I think that you will, on your journey with this card coming out, I think that's something that you're going to be practicing in your future, is really staying present in the moment and utilizing that to basically move forward. Because when you are really present in the current day, in the current moment, it does mean that tomorrow can have endless possibilities, because you never know like what can happen, what cool things can come into your life, what moments can happen that can change your future completely. So I think that is kind of going forward, what your path is going to look like, is you really are going to be living in each day in the present moments and tending to the very small things in life, the little daily kind of occurrences that we need to deal with. And I get this feeling as well with this mouse, is mice are just so small and so tiny, but they are capable of so many things, and they really are capable of going so many different places. Mice can move around at really amazing speeds, and I kind of see that for you, is that I think that that's a message, is that you are going to be going a lot of places in your life and just moving really easily and swiftly along on your journey. And I see this mouse is sitting on a bed of flowers. So I don't know if flowers are something that you really love. Maybe you have a garden. Maybe you really love to tend to your garden, because with the kind of message in the beginning about a house and building things and filling rooms and stuff, I imagine that this house also has a really amazing garden, and you probably are wanting to create that garden and grow those plants and create new life in this world. So I think that's another thing that's ahead for you on the journey. We also have the number 40 coming out, so that might be a significant number for you in some ways. Maybe you're currently 40, or maybe in the soon-to-be future you'll be 40, or a couple of years from now you'll be 40, so that might be a significant message. Okay, let's see then what else is ahead for you on the journey. And we have the Swan Spirit coming out, which says time for a deep dive. Okay, so with this coming out, again I'm seeing a lot of flowers on this card, and the swan is just like such a graceful animal and able to also just move so swiftly, like we spoke about with this mouse, moving very swiftly on your path and on your journey ahead. But it does say time for a deep dive, so I think along this journey and what's ahead for you is that you're really going to find yourself going within, having to really quieten your mind and really focus on your inner knowledge and inner strength and inner wisdom to move forward and to forge your path ahead. So I think you're going to be spending a lot of time maybe in deep meditations, maybe doing things that are calming and quiet for you, because those are moments that are going to inspire you and allow for lots of inspiration for what you're going to be filling your journey with and doing in your time ahead. And I'm really drawn as well to the teal color on this card. Teal is such a calming color, very calming, and I get the idea also of the ocean with this color. Maybe you will be living near to the ocean in the future. Maybe you currently live close to the ocean, or maybe living close to the ocean is maybe something that you would like to do in your future. And we also have the number 60, so that might be relevant to someone as well. And this is really beautiful, is that the colors on this card also match your crystal, this light pink, and rose quartz is all about self-love and self-worth and taking time to nurture yourself on your journey. So I think that is also what you're going to be doing ahead, and what you're going to be prioritizing in your life is spending a lot of time putting yourself first, because when we love ourselves first, then we're able to then radiate that love out into the rest of the world. So I think you'll spend a lot of time nurturing, maybe growing gardens, nurturing yourself, inner growth, and yeah, I think that's a really beautiful message for you on your journey ahead. And I also am just right now also getting the message with both of these animals coming out. Both mice and swans are pretty quiet animals. They're quite timid, quite shy. They don't really come very close to humans very often. So it might be that you are also someone who, on your path ahead, you might find that you like to spend some time alone and in isolation, maybe go in a little bit into like hermit mode every now and then to just really connect with your inner truth, to figure out, you know, what you want to fill your room with, what possibilities are out there for you. And having those moments alone might also help you just remain really calm in your journey and focus on what it is that you really want ahead. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm getting with what is on the journey ahead for you. Now, with these cards, I asked what you can do right now, what advice there is for what you can do right now to help you move on this path ahead, to help you forge this path ahead. So let's start with these two cards. Okay, wow. All right, that's beautiful. We've got here the animal. So with this card coming out, I'm really getting the idea that you must be someone right now in this present moment who really feels drawn to animals, and maybe animals are really drawn to you. Maybe you really, really enjoy nature and doing things that get you in touch with your sort of wild child and your animal spirit, I guess, in a sense. So maybe you do like lots of time in nature and lots of time outdoors. There's also amazingly a lot of beautiful flowers on this card. So I really get that in your future, whatever you spend time doing today is really going to grow into a beautiful, beautiful garden in the future for you, metaphorical garden or actual physical garden. And with this eye here, I'm really seeing that I think that you have a vision of what you would like your future to look like. I think you do already in this present moment have that vision. And with this card coming out as advice, it's saying just to really get in touch with what that vision is. Find that thought in your head, visualize how you want your future to be. And I'm also seeing in this, there's a glass of water here that I like to look in when I'm reading. And there is an archway or like a doorway in this glass, and I'm seeing that there's like a little crack in the door and it's slightly open, and there's all this beautiful light coming through the doorway. So I think keeping your eye ahead on your path is really going to focus your intention on where you want to go in your life and how you would like your future to look. That's really what I'm getting with this. And I also see with the blue in here that it's reminding me of the throat chakra. And if you speak and say out loud, so when these thoughts come to you about how you want your future to look, say them out loud to yourself. Put those thoughts out into the universe, because the more that you speak about your truth and what it is you want in your life, the more that the universe will listen to that, and that will come to you if you put those thoughts out there. So speak them, speak your truth, really put those thoughts out into the world as much as you can. So that's really what I'm getting from that card. Then we also have, we have the storm coming out as well. So this might be, seeing as it's your advice right now is about how to move forward on this journey, and the storm is coming out. So it's saying that it might feel kind of turbulent right now. There might be some, lightning and thunder and sort of turbulence, and not really able to see like when the next clear day will come. If you, obviously speaking in a very metaphorical sense, but I think that a storm is always temporary. A storm is always temporary, and there always is another moment that comes after it where there's a lot of sunshine and a lot of hope. And with that doorway that I was talking about earlier, seeing it now in this glass, I think that there's always a way out of any storms, any turbulence, any conflict in your life, any uncertainty. There's always going to be a new day following it. So this card is advising you to right now just focus on that a new day will dawn, the storm will end. And storms are always bringing new life though to our world as well. So whenever there's a storm, yes, there might be some destruction and some things might fall down and fall away and kind of break down, but I do think that a lot of those things that fall away and break down, sometimes there is some purpose to that happening, and it's best to just let those things go. And what comes after a storm is, things start to grow, flowers start to bloom in the earth, and things start to grow again, because the ground is so wet and rich with water now that, anything can grow after a storm. So I think that's again speaking to that idea of endless possibilities in your future. Just know that the storm doesn't last forever, and it's kind of a necessary part of life. Yeah, so that is what I'm getting with advice from those cards. Let's see. You got 3 cards, 3 more cards that give some advice on what you can do now to prepare. Okay, so we have very clearly the snake spirit coming out, and it does say here, time to heal. So I think that it's important right now to really focus on healing anything that you feel is hurting you in your life right now. Focus on really letting go of those emotions and negative ideas that no longer serve you. The snake is an animal that goes through a massive transformation. It symbolizes transformation, and it goes through a transformation itself when it sheds its skin. So I think this is something that you are doing right now, is you are shedding a lot of your past beliefs and things that didn't serve you, and to really just focus on knowing that this is a time of healing. And yes, it might hurt a bit and it might not be super comfortable to be in the stage of healing right now, but what's ahead is such amazing, endless opportunities that you can make anything out of your future that you want. Just right now, take those small steps forward and continue taking those small steps forward in your future, and I think that will really help you. We also have the card 55, and 5 is always a card of change, so lots of changes are occurring, and it's just like to sit comfortably with those changes. Know that change is something that always happens in our lives, and it's best not to fight the changes. Just kind of know that change leads us to something else afterwards, and usually that something else is a more positive change. It's usually the universe kind of redirecting us in a way that that maybe we didn't see ourselves going in, but maybe that's like what our destined path is, if you believe in a destined path. I mean, obviously you have free choice always with your path ahead, so you can always change how you want your life to look. It's all about imagining the future and visualizing it how you would like it to be. So that's what I'm getting with that card. Then we have, number 26 with the flamingo coming out, and the flamingo says to you to embrace the in-between. So right now might be that in-between moments where everything's like a little bit uncertain, you're not too sure about the journey ahead, or even what's going on in your life right now, but just this card is advising you to embrace the feeling of not being comfortable, because when we embrace that feeling of not being comfortable, it makes it so much easier to embrace change, because like I said earlier, change is always going to happen, and if we can just accept that as much as we can, it really does make life a little bit easier going forward. I'm seeing also a lot of beautiful pink in this card and orange, so I think that with the orange coming out, like the pink is connecting back to that self-love, really putting yourself first, giving yourself nurturing love, and taking time to do things that make you feel good in these moments of uncertainty. And with the orange on this card, I'm seeing that to me reminds me of the sacral chakra, and the sacral chakra is connected to how you feel. It's connected to your passions, your creativity. So to follow your heart and do the things that feel right to you as much as you can right now. And I'm also getting the message of maybe going to the zoo with this card of a flamingo. Flamingos are just really interesting creatures to watch, and oftentimes the only place we can go to see them, if we don't have them anywhere close in the wild, is to go see them in a zoo. And I do think that spending some time watching or just around flamingos if you can, I think that's going to be really kind of healing in a way. I don't know why, but That's a message that I'm getting right now. They are very, very curious animals. And also that's making me think of how, you know how the flamingos can stand on just one leg, and they balance. They really do balance themselves. So I think that's why that message is coming out, is because looking at the flamingo and how it can balance like that is kind of showing you that that's possible for you too. You don't need to be always totally comfortable on 2 feet. You can take risks and know that if you lift up your one leg and you just really focus your mind, focus your intention, visualize that you want to stand still, it's possible. So I think that brings back to that big message of like visualizing your future and knowing that balance is possible, and staying in that balanced state of mind as much as possible. Keeping that balance in your visualization of your future is going to be really useful right now at this point in time. Okay, then we also have the beaver coming out, and the beaver is telling you that right now it would be really good to start laying a very solid foundation. So with this, we've got here 3 kind of water animals that have come out: the swan, the flamingo, and the beaver. So I'm getting a sense that you might be quite an emotional person. Maybe emotions are something that have always sort of run rampant in your life, and maybe you haven't felt super balanced in your emotions. If, you know, seeing as there's a lot of water here, and water is very connected to emotions, I also get the idea that spending a lot of time around water right now, in water, swimming, go sit by a river, as much time by water will be really healing and calming. But then when it comes to laying a solid foundation, it's kind of like that same message in the beginning of tending to the small things. So any small actions that you can take today, even if they feel just so small and irrelevant, but they're in line with the future that you visualize for yourself, they're in line with the hopes that you have for your future, that is the beginning of laying a solid foundation, is just to take those small steps forward every day. So I think this card is just encouraging you to move forward, even if it just feels really slow. Just make those small steps, and I think that eventually that will always lead to, you know, you'll eventually have a whole foundation, a whole big house that you can fill with your future in a sense. So I think that is why that's coming out. And we have a lot of green on this card, which does connect me to the heart chakra, and I think that's also reminding you to lay a very solid foundation in terms of your feelings and how you treat yourself and how you think about yourself. Take care to nurture. Like, you are a really amazing person with a beautiful heart, obviously a lot of feelings, and these can be feelings and emotions can be a real power. They can be a real superpower if you're able to use them in a very balanced way. So I think that this card coming out is reminding you that you do have that power to tap into a very balanced state of being when it comes to your emotions and how you live your day-to-day life, and how you react to things, and how you choose to look at life. And we have on this card a lot of fall. There's a lot of fall leaves here, or autumn leaves, and this is making me think that the fall and autumn time might be a really important time for you, and that's coming up. Like right now I'm filming this in August, so it's still summer, but fall and autumn is following very shortly after this, so that might be a very important time of growth for you, with all this green, and kind of reminding me of grass and growing and planting seeds, to grow something even bigger in the future. Okay, so that's what I'm getting from that card. Then let's look at what your tarot cards say. We also got quite a few cards for your tarot. And the first one out is the Three of Swords. So this kind of falls in line with a lot of the other messages that we had already. That sort of idea of the storm and kind of going through a very turbulent time, or what might feel like a very turbulent time for you right now. And I know that's always really hard to go through, but even on this card, even though this card is pretty dark and not, there's not a lot of color on it besides the heart, I'm seeing all these birds here in the background, and for me birds always represent freedom. So I think because they're that one creature that's able to move itself wherever it wants to go in the world, they have that ability to create freedom in their life. So I think with that message it's saying you have that ability to free yourself from these tougher emotions, these turbulent emotions, the storm in a sense that you have been maybe encountering currently or in your recent past. Yeah, so that's, and with the red on this card, it's bringing me right back to that root chakra and balance. So I think, and with this being advice, it's really just advising you to really, really try to get into a balanced state of being. And my advice always for that is like really spend a lot of time in nature, because nature is so calming. It really helps clear your head, clear your mind. Spend a lot of time in water. We had that message too, meditating to sort of free yourself from these turbulent thoughts. And then we have after that the King of Wands coming out. So this is beautiful. I love this card for you. With the lion on this card, I'm seeing a lot of strength. So you have a lot of inner strength and power, and you are able to tap into that. And this is saying this is the advice for right now. So know that you have that ability to tap into a huge amount of strength to get you through any situations right now and get you on that path to those endless possibilities that await you in your future, to that future that you want to create for yourself. And the King of Wands is one of the cards that is really, really connected to spirit, because the King of Wands is someone who's unafraid to tap into their passions, their fire within, and that is always makes me think of being supported by the universe in whatever it is that you desire and want in your life. So that is really, really, really amazing message for you. And we have again red. He's wearing that red t-shirt. So it's taking that pain and that heartache and using it to your benefit, becoming stronger from it, because I think that is what's happening right now in your life, is you are tapping into that strength and becoming a lot more confident in your journey, confident in what you want in your future and how you want your future to look. I'm also seeing on here a lizard, and lizards are also, for me, they are really magical animals. There are so many different varieties and colors of lizards in this world that I always connect them to some sort of like magic realms, basically, because it's just amazing to me that animals like that can exist in this world. So I think with the lizard on this card, it's also saying you can tap into that magic of the universe and the magic possibilities. Just really focus your intention, visualize what you want, and it can be anything that you want, literally anything. This card has a desert on it, so I think that's kind of reminding us as well how in a desert there's usually not very much that grows, but it's an endless space. It goes on for, sometimes deserts look like they go on forever and ever. So I think that's just saying like there's literally like that word, endless possibilities in your future. So I think that's really beautiful for you. Then, okay, our other two cards that we have. Okay, so we have this card of Justice coming out, and this is making me think that, okay, on this card you can see there's a lot of conflict, there's a lot of fighting, but with this card coming out, I think that there's going to be a resolution, like we said, with the storm, and with the, there's going to be a resolution to any difficulties that you feel like you're having right now. So don't worry about it. There's a beautiful dove on this card. I always see in the background, and it's in the background because it's just small and tiny, but it's a little bit of hope, a tiny little bit of hope, saying to you that just hold on to the idea that everything is going to stabilize and work out. You don't need to worry too much about anything. Justice is something you can focus your mind on right now. Finding a solution is, finding a solution and laying the foundation for the future that you want. So that's in your energy right now to be able to do that. Oh, I love this. This is so amazing. This is a card of strength. And you have this amazing strength within you. We've had that come out twice now. 2 lions and 2 strength cards pretty much have come out for you. So this is like, look how happy this lady is. She's finding the joy in her daily life and in her existence, and she's embracing that joy, that strength, even though she's in a sort of fairly more difficult position than a lot of people in life. But she's embracing the fact that she's alive, that there are just so many, look at all that fire in the background as well, like so much fire and passion, creativity. Oh wow. I think this is beautiful for you. It's saying that you have this ability to tap into this strength and dance to the rhythm of your soul. We have all these fairies kind of in the background, and they're all just dancing and free, and they're not letting the weight of the world hold them down and the weight of life hold them down. They're really embracing the joy that exists in our life and in our world. And there's a beautiful dog here, so dogs might be really relevant for you. You might have a dog that looks similar to this, or a dog that's your companion. You might be really drawn to dogs, or maybe dogs are drawn to you. And this is reminding me as well it's saying to be loyal to your dreams and your wishes. Focus your intentions on what you want in your life and be loyal to it. Wake up every day and take those small steps towards the life that you want, because it is possible. All of the cards have mentioned this huge amount of endless possibility. Okay, then this card should give us some more advice. Okay, we've got here the Peacekeeper. So let go of the need to be right. So I think that with this card coming out, it's basically just saying that not everything that you believe is true. So you might have some ideas about yourself and about your life that are not serving you right now. Maybe some more negative ideas, especially with the self-love. The self-love coming out a lot in this reading, is there might be some things that you might think that, okay, that's what I believe about myself, but actually it's not true, and there's a whole different perspective to see your life from if you can choose to look at your life in a different perspective. So I think this card is just reminding you, be the peacekeeper in your life. Choose to embrace that peace, embrace the joy, and not everything you believe about yourself is right. There's a lot of really beautiful, amazing strength qualities about you that are going to open up this huge, awesome, amazing future for you. This empty room that you can fill with whatever you like. And we have a buffalo here, so I think buffaloes could maybe be a spirit animal for you. Buffaloes are very, very strong animals too. So we get again that message of strength. And I'm also seeing in this card a lot of the yellow, which is reminding me of solar plexus. So the solar plexus is all about doing things and feeling confident in those decisions that we make going forward. So I think just that is something that you are probably healing right now with the snake coming out, is being confident in who you are and the fact that you do have some really, really beautiful qualities and things to add to this world, and that you can make your life as amazing as you would like it to be. So just believe in that idea. And we see here, oh, how beautiful, after the storm. So this is the clear sky coming out for you after the storm. So I think this card coming out is reminding you that there is always a blue sky, there's always a change that comes out after, hope that comes out after any kind of turbulence. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing in that card. Then we have this card, let's see. Oh, okay, wow. So we have here the card of Ascendant, and it says Entrance. Okay, so this is really cool. I think that you are entering in, like, I think we spoke about, hopefully it was in this reading, since I've been channeling, sometimes I get confused like what I have actually said before, but if we were talking about the entrance in the water that I was seeing here, and with that, like the doorway, the entrance, so you're kind of at that turning point right now in your life, that entrance into this new future, this future that you can create for yourself. And look at all these, it's like so many beautiful colors here. So I think it's just saying, like, this is a really a time to be optimistic in your life, because there really is a lot of possibility out there for you. And we have 3 and 5, or 35. So 35 might be a relevant number for you. Maybe you are 35 right now. These also break down to 8. So 8 might be a relevant number for you in some way. You might be seeing a lot of 8s around, maybe 8, 8, 8, repeated 8s. And this card reminds me a lot of the sun for some reason. Maybe it's just the shape of this drawing, but it definitely reminds me of the sun and of focusing on embracing joy and happiness right now, because this is that you're entering into that phase of your life where there is so many beautiful things you can create. And yeah, I think that's really, really nice for you. Then this card is going to tell us a little bit more. Okay, this is really nice. So we have here this card, and with this card I'm seeing that there's going to be a lot of support for you. Look at how I think maybe a lot of your life you felt maybe a little out, and maybe a little bit different than others around you, and just know that there's a lot of support and help in community and people that are wanting you to, join with them and to support you on this journey. Others who also feel like they've been going through the same situation, maybe having struggled as well with self-love and really looking at yourself in a positive light. So I think there's going to be a lot of support around you right now, and you'll be encountering and meeting a community, a tribe that is going to support you on this journey and help you move up those steps on this entrance into your new life. So I think that's really sweet. That's really, really cool. And there's an elephant on this card. So elephants are a very abundant animal. They always remind me of abundance. So I see a very abundant future for you as you move forward from this point on now. And a lot of red in this card again. So just really maintaining your balance and going forward with a very balanced perspective. Okay, that's really beautiful. And this clown is wearing yellow. So we did speak about being confident in who you are, and just knowing that you are a really amazing person and you have a lot to give to this world. So any negative ideas that you have about yourself, it's time to let those go. And then lastly, we have the card of Essence. So we have the wagtail coming out. So this bird might be significant for you. Maybe you see a lot of wagtails in your garden, maybe. So with Essence coming out, I think Essence is reminding you to just embrace this, embrace the essence of life, embrace each day as it comes, really focus on savoring the moments, nurturing yourself, focusing on joy and possibility as much as you can is really going to help guide you into this next phase of your life and on this journey ahead. Okay. And once again, that idea of freedom. We had the birds coming out with freedom. So I think you have that ability to free yourself from anything that's weighing you down and to move forward in a free and light and positive way on your way forward. Okay, then what we're going to do is I'm going to get a couple of these cards. Okay, so let's see what came out for you. Okay, we have Strength. So once again, a reminder, you have this power of strength in your life and you can tap into that. And Eternal came out. So that strength, that inner wisdom, that power within you is an eternal thing in your life. It is always going to be there and it's always something that you can tap into. We have Aries coming out. So Aries is also connected to the Emperor. So being the leader in your life, taking the authority in your life, you have that power. Aries might also be your zodiac sign or something that is connected to you in some way. Capricorn has come out. So Capricorn might be a relevant star sign to you. Capricorn is also connected to the devil in tarot, and that just means letting go of like anything that's not serving you. So we did have that message come out a few times of letting go of anything that no longer is having a place in your life. We also have Cancer coming out. So Cancer may be your star sign. It might be significant for you. Cancer is connected to the moon in tarot. So tapping into your intuition and your emotions and really trying to always keep a very good balance in that is some powerful advice for this moment in time to move you forward into this future. We have Sagittarius coming out, and that is connected to Sagittarius is connected to Temperance, if I think so, in tarot. And Temperance is about maintaining that balance and also knowing that you have a lot of support on this journey. Every step of the way you're supported on your journey. So never feel like you're alone. And you have the Hierophant, so trusting in your spirituality. Maybe you are a religious person, because the Hierophant can often be connected to religion as well. Trusting in that, if that is something that is significant to you. And yeah, that's kind of keeping the order in your life, knowing that everything kind of has a purpose and a reason for later on. And we also once again have Leo coming out, and that is connected to strength. So I really love that for you. There's so much strength here, and this message is really powerful about being strong within yourself, loving yourself from within, and knowing that your future is so bright, and making those changes, embracing the changes, letting go of anything that is weighing you down. I think you're going to have a really bright future. So let's just get a couple of letters and numbers, see what comes out for you. Okay, there we go. Alright, so we have the letter U, so that might be significant in some way. We also have a V coming out, so that could be important to you. Maybe your name starts with a V. We have an S. We have an X. We have a lot of numbers. We have an I. We have, wait, I'll tell you the numbers in a minute. We have a K. And we have a P. So the words that I'm getting from these letters here is we have the number 6, which has come out. The number 6. So 6 might be a relevant number to you. Maybe seeing a lot of 6s around. Maybe 6 is part of your birthday or some sort of relevant number to you. Other than that, I'm not seeing too many other words here. I am seeing with you is just to focus really on you and focus on your self-love journey, and that's going to really help you moving forward on your path. The numbers we have number 8, and this is reminding me of infinity, and we had that word eternal coming out. So there are infinite possibilities in your life and on this journey. Number 10, we have 2 10s coming out, double 10s, and 10 is a number of abundance and fulfillment. The 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles are really, really positive cards, and I think these 2 10s coming out is symbolic of that for you. There's a lot of abundance and joy in your future that you can tap into and create. We have a 0 here. I think this is telling you that you're starting from a fresh point. You're at that entrance into this new phase of your life, and we have this letter in pink, so once again connecting to that crystal and the self-love journey that you are currently on. We have a 2 and we have a 3 coming out as well. So that is all I have for you, pile 2. This is a really, really beautiful reading, and I think there's a lot of encouragement here for your journey, encouragement that you have a beautiful path ahead, and I think you're forging your way forward as best as you can right now, and I'm sending so much love to you because I think you're really at a turning point in your life, and you're able to forge your way forward into this beautiful endless amount of possibilities. And all these animals on the desk here are all facing in one direction, so I think you really are moving in the right direction to your best future. So thank you so much for joining me here, and I wish you the best. Hi Pile 3, welcome to your reading. Today we're asking what is ahead on your journey, and secondly asking how you can prepare right now for that journey ahead. You've chosen this beautiful carnelian stone. It's a beautiful orange color, so we'll put that over there. There's lots and lots of cards that have all been pre-shuffled. Just take the messages that resonate with you, take the messages that feel good, and trust your intuition. So we're going to start first by looking what is ahead on your journey. What is ahead on your journey? So this card is going to give us some information about that. Oh wow. We have the Mother coming out. So this is, wow, this is really, really, really special. So maybe you are someone who wants to become a mother, and that this message is telling you that ahead on your journey, this is a possibility for you to actually become a mother one day. This could also mean that you are going to become the very best and most nurturing version of yourself in your future, because the Mother is an archetype that takes care of oneself and of others, a very nurturing soul. And I can see here this beautiful pearl in the middle, so taking care and protecting of all of those beautiful assets and qualities that exist within you, and with that care being able to then take care of others in your life. We also have a snake on this card, So I think that there's going to be a massive transformation that you are going through, going forward from now to this point in time. The snake is a creature that does go through a huge transformation, and it sheds any skins and any old layers, anything that it doesn't need in its life anymore, to become a better version of itself. So I think that's just a really beautiful message, and very inspiring, especially if you are someone who wants to become a mother. And yeah, that's pretty much what I'm seeing here. I'm also kind of getting the message right now. You can see that there's a wreath on this, or maybe a nest, but for me, when I looked at this card, I immediately thought of a wreath. So I'm almost getting the idea of maybe by Christmas time. I know a lot of people put out wreaths at Christmas time. So Christmas in December could be a really big changing point in your life, possibly when this will start to enter into your journey. So, and we also have the number 1 here, so that could be a significant number for you. You might be seeing a lot of ones in your day-to-day life, maybe repeated ones, and that is a sign that your journey is very protected and very blessed, because 11 and the number 1 is very connected to spirit. So that's really beautiful for you. Wow. Okay, then let's see what this next card says. What other information? Oh, so another message about what's ahead on your journey is we have this beautiful dog, and it is telling you to be loyal to what you love. So most of all, above anything else, follow your heart and be true to all of your passions and desires. We got the carnelian coming out, and that is a crystal and stone that's very connected to kind of your inner fire, your inner passions, your desires, your creativity. So this card is saying be loyal to what you love, and I think in your future you are going to embody that on your journey. You're going to choose to be faithful to the things that bring you joy, and that could be to do with any career or projects that you have, that you really, any passions and hobbies and things that you enjoy doing. And it could also be to do with actually becoming a mother on this journey ahead, and how you're going to really step very loyally into that role and embody that mother archetype as best as you can, because the dog is also such a loving creature, so devoted to the people that take care of it and the people that it loves. So I think that's also just a beautiful message to go with this mother idea on your journey. That you really are going to be very loyal to what you love. And we also have the number 19 here, and so that could be a significant date for you, maybe. And just the idea of a dog being on this card, maybe you really love dogs, so this could be another, maybe you have a dog that looks very similar to this. That could be a message or confirmation for you that this reading is for you. And I'm also noticing all these beautiful flowers up here. So you know how in order to grow flowers and to grow a garden, it's like everything needs to be, the soil needs to be nurtured and taken care of and watered every day. And I definitely think that's what you're going to be bringing into your life and doing every day, is really putting a lot of time into nurturing. So that's a really beautiful journey ahead there for you. I'm excited about this. Very, very, very promising and exciting, and maybe a whole new chapter for you if you have never been a mother before. That could, very exciting times. Okay, so now we're going to be checking out what else what advice there is for how you can prepare for this journey right now, what you should do in this present moment to prepare for the journey. So, okay, we have here the ocean coming out. So with this card, I'm really getting drawn to just the idea of really embodying your emotions and diving into your emotions and accepting all of your emotions as you have them. The ocean has all these tides, and the tides kind of go in and out, and I think that's how our emotions generally tend to work. Is it's sometimes a little bit of a roller coaster, but I think this card coming out is just telling you at this moment in time to really just go with the flow of your emotions. And if you are able to spend any time in water, close to water, near the ocean, that could be also really calming and helpful at this present moment in your life. I'm also seeing on this card a lot of the blue color and the green color around this shell, and that's making me think of your throat chakra and your heart chakra. So really always in this present moment speaking your truth, speak about your emotions if you're able to, if you have a very supportive partner and you're able to talk about how you feel. I think that can be really helpful. It's just voicing how you feel as much as you can. And heart chakra is just really embodying those feelings and accepting those emotions as part of you, and not trying to shame them but accepting them. And we have an eye here, so I get the idea with this eye and this horizon line is just keep your sights on the horizon line, and the horizon is always where the sun rises. So for me that message is saying to really focus on all of the joy and the happiness that comes, with the sunshine and what it brings into our lives. And the sun in tarot is always representing joy and happiness. So I think just keep your focus on those light emotions as much as possible. That will be helpful right now. Okay, then with this card, oh wow, I love this. This is really beautiful. You got the vessel, and right now at this point in time, and with the journey head being the mother archetype, and how we spoke about it's possible in your future that you're going to become a mother, whether it be for the first time or the second time. So with this card coming out, it's telling you right now in this present moment is really be as nurturing as you can to your body. You have this beautiful body that is capable of carrying and creating a human life, and it's like an amazing gift that we have that ability. So I think this is just telling you right now to really take care of your body as best as you can. Give yourself lots of self-love, go for walks, just really spend a lot of time nurturing and taking care of your body, trying to eat things that make you feel good, eat as healthily as you can, lots of fruits and vegetables, lots of vitamins and minerals, as much as you can. And we have the sun here, so once again just really focusing on that joy and light as much as possible every day. So that's a super beautiful message that really falls in line with your journey ahead. Okay, then let's see this card. Alright, this is beautiful. So right now, in this present time, at this exact moment in time, you have the lizard coming out for you, and the lizard is telling you that you can dream the world into being. You can dream the world that you would like. You can dream the future that you would like into being by envisioning it and really focusing your intention and putting that out there into the universe. So if you do want to become a mother, put that wish out there into the world, because visualize yourself as a mother, because that possibility is really, really, it's there for you if you want that in your world. And regardless of whether you want to be a mother or not, this card is literally just saying you can manifest the world that you dream of. It's about envisioning it and then taking little steps every day towards that goal. And with the vessel coming out, I think that's like just saying, yeah, today is the day when you can start to really like take those small steps by taking care of your body, for example. Right now in this present moment, it can make your vessel more ready to accept the role of becoming a mother one day. So yeah, that's really beautiful. And it's really cute. On this little lizard, it has some wings. So with wings, I always think of freedom and birds, obviously. And I think that the free and light and happy and like joyful world that you maybe would like in your future, that's very, very possible. But it's about thinking and envisioning it and taking small steps today towards that future. Okay, then we have our tarot. So let's see what the tarot says. Wow. So you have the Lovers coming out. So I am seeing with this card that right now you probably have a really, really beautiful relationship in your life, or possibly this is just going to start soon, very soon, if it hasn't already started. So the Lovers card is telling you to really embrace this love, be grateful for this person that's come into your life, because it's a real divine blessing. And this card, yeah, it's all about divine love, and I think that the two of you are clearly soulmates or meant to be together on this journey, and hopefully that is gonna like help bring you towards this next stage of the relationship, which will possibly be becoming parents. And there's so much orange and red on this card, so a lot of fire, a lot of passion in this relationship, whether it's in your life right now or whether it's coming into your life soon. So that's super beautiful. I really, really love that for you. And then we have this card. Oh my gosh, I love this. Wow, pile 3. So we have here the Empress coming out as your other tarot card. So this is telling you that right now you are an Empress. You are that very, very nurturing soul, very loving, and just continue to embody this energy as much as you can in your life. And you can see on this card how we have a woman and a man, and we've got a dog. Yes, the dog is coming up twice. So there might really be a beautiful family environment for you in the future. We've got 2 little children on this card as well, and this mother being a loving mother. So this is really sweet for you. I'm so excited. So yeah, just continue right now in this moment to embody this Empress energy as much as you can. And that's going to head you forward on that path to motherhood, or just continuing to be a mother if that is already something that's in your reality. Okay, then you got 4 of these cards. The other groups, I think, only got 1 or 2. So let's see what they say. Okay, we have the Air Guardian coming out with Shift Your Perception. Shift Your Perception. And on this card, I'm seeing once again, for some reason, even though it's an Air Guardian, it reminded me so much of the ocean. Just the way that her hair is kind of like, she almost looks like a mermaid to me, in some sense. But she does have wings here, so we have that idea of freedom and the wings kind of coming out. And with the idea of shifting your perception, I think it just means that maybe right now in your life you might not see yourself as being someone who would be suitable to be a mother or to take that role. Maybe it kind of terrifies you, the idea, if you've never had a child before, maybe it terrifies you to think of being a mother and being able to take care of somebody else. But I think this card coming out is telling you right now that you do have that nurturing, motherly energy, and to really shift your perception about yourself and really start to see yourself in that light. I'm also getting with this card the idea that if you are a mother already, that it's saying to kind of be a little bit kinder to yourself. You are doing your best, and there's no instruction manual when it comes to being a mother, and there's so many different ways to be a mother. So I think just know that you are doing a really, really great job right now, and just embrace that perspective on how you are a mother. So that's just a message for anyone that is a mother currently that's coming through. And also with the air guardian coming out, I'm getting the message of maybe you are a air sign, and maybe that is why this is relevant to you. So that's also might be, an indication that this message is for you. Then we have the water guardian coming out, and this is perfect because this really falls in line with the message of connecting with your emotions. We had a few messages with the ocean coming out about already connecting with those emotions, embracing your emotions, knowing that emotions are a real superpower, and it's just about learning to balance them out and kind of go with the flow of our emotions, to not be too hard on ourselves when we're having or dealing with those more difficult emotions, to give ourselves grace and allow those emotions to flow through us just as naturally as possible. And once again, we have some beautiful wings here, and with this card I'm really getting the message of you being very supported on this journey right now and in the future by your angels and your ancestors and your spirit guides. You're never alone on this journey, and they're always around you. And with all the blue, right back to that throat chakra and really speaking about your emotions as much as you can, especially with a loving partner or someone close to you in your life. I think that can be really helpful right now. Any worries that you have, there's also a lot of other people out in the community who are probably experiencing the same things, especially if you are already currently a mother and you have maybe a lot of worries and worrying about the act of being a mother and how it's going, and there's just to know that there's a lot of other people out there that you can reach out to, communities that you can find information to sort of support you on this journey as well. Wow, okay. Then we have the wise one, which is saying grow within your current situation. So I'm getting that idea again of just embracing this whole journey, taking these steps forward, knowing that you're supported and that you have and you carry this wisdom within you that is going to allow you to be really amazing in this new position in the future, whether that is to be a mother or whatever is in your future. Know that you carry that wisdom that's been passed down from generations and generations, and you will be just fine. We have an owl here, so an owl might be a significant animal to you. Maybe you've seen some owls recently in your current days. Also crows. For me, the crow is always a representation of spirit, so if you're seeing a lot of crows in your present situation, just know that this is kind of some signs and symbols telling you that you're on the right path, that you're doing the best that you can, and that you're very supported on this journey. And yeah, that's pretty much what I'm getting in that. And also with this card, it's coming through to me maybe that there is a grandmother or an elderly woman who maybe has either passed on or maybe is currently in your life, who is going to be a really supportive figure in this journey ahead, whether you're communicating through the spirit realm or whether it is someone who exists in this 3D reality that you're able to really get a lot of really good advice from. Maybe your own mother is going to be helpful in this journey and kind of giving you advice on how to go forward, what's worked for her, and things like that. And then we also have the Shaolin Master, who says, be grateful, okay, well, that could be a message too, is just to be grateful of everything that you do already have in your life at this moment. But the message is also to be graceful in your movements and action. So I think a lot of, this card always reminds me of patience. We have the praying mantis on this card, and everything is going to work out in the time that it's supposed to work out. So just take those little movements forward in this current time to prepare for this journey ahead. Just be patient, focus on the little things that you can control, like taking care of your body and keeping a very healthy body as much as possible, and taking care of your emotions and nurturing your relationships and nurturing yourself. Okay, so that is what I'm getting with that card. And we do have a dragon on this card as well, so that just kind of reminds me of this sort of fiery, you know how dragons have this fire within their bellies. So I'm just really drawn back to, there's a lot of fire and passion and drive in your journey and right now. And also on this card, I've just noticed now that there's a little yin-yang. So the yin-yang kind of represents embracing the light and shadow qualities that exist within us. So whenever you feel like you're in a darker place, just know that there's also a side that is going to be light and happier and a little bit more freer. So embrace that duality that exists within us right now. Okay, well, then this was also pretty surprising, is you had a ton of these cards come out, which the other groups only had one, I think. So let's see, there's lots of messages and guidance here. Okay, we have Aquarius coming out, and the message with Aquarius is to collaborate. So with this, I'm seeing that you are going to find, right now in this present time, a lot of support around you, a supportive community. You're going to find your tribe, you're going to find people that you can communicate with and collaborate with on ideas and inspiration and wisdom with regard to this journey ahead. And you might be an Aquarius sign, or maybe your partner is Aquarius, or maybe Aquarius is a relevant star sign for you in some sense. Okay, so we put that there. Okay, then we also have the progressions card, and that says journey. So this, I love this coming out in a reading that's all about the journey ahead, because this is going to be a really, really huge and different and filled with, you know, a lot of things that you're going to have to embrace. It's going to be a journey. It's not going to be easy. Being a mother, and I imagine being a mother as being one of the hardest things that could, you know, that anyone has to do or would have to do in their lives. So it's going to be a journey, but embrace the fact that it is a journey and that you're always going to be learning along the way and picking up wisdom with every action and movement, and just know that you're doing the best that you can at every step. And that's all that we can really do, is just focus on that you are doing the best that you can in that moment and with the wisdom that you have. And I'm seeing a lot of mountains on this card. So mountains could be something that you really enjoy and love to kind of spend a lot of time in the mountains. I think right now, if this is coming out for the present energy, maybe that is also something that's going to be very calming for you, is going on like hikes and walks and just climbing to the top of some mountains and looking at that view and just seeing that bigger perspective of a whole area. I think also then having that same perspective on your life is that every step that you take right now is like a kind of step. It's one step in that journey. So yeah, kind of keeping that bigger perspective about everything. And I also see a clock here on this card, so I get that feeling with like the clock is kind of ticking, and for me that means that, you know, this journey is not very far off in the future. I think it's going to be quite close for you. So yeah, that's really interesting. Oh, and wow, this is also really, really amazing. Look here, we have on this card, we have 5 and 6, which we can plus together to make 11, and then we have an 11 over here, 11, 11. So this is, with this Lovers card coming out, a divine union. It's meant to be. There's so much spiritual guidance on this journey for you. So just know you're very, very supported on this path, and yeah, it's a very destined journey that you are embarking on. Okay, we also have the South Node with past. So with this card, I'm seeing that how, like, everything that's happened in your past is kind of what has led you to this point in time, and it's made you the person that you are today. So it's about embracing that past journey and really, like, not looking at it in, you know, even if there were experiences in the past that were like quite tough and challenges and things, all of those led you to like this exact moment in time, and they have guided you into being kind of that dragon. We had that dragon coming out, that person who's filled with fire and drive and knows what they want in life. So it's kind of just reminding you to just look at all these events in your past and see them as being blessings in disguise. Even if they were quite hard, they have led you to this point, and they've made you a very strong person today. And this is reminding me almost like of a sword as well. This, even though it's not a sword, but it is reminding me of a sword. So I'm getting again that idea of communication. The swords in tarot are obviously representing always of like communication. So I think that also speaking about your past might also, you know, talking about memories with maybe childhood memories, speaking about those childhood memories with your partner, that could be really useful at this time, and kind of also getting you in touch with that childlike innocence and the joys that being a child and bringing a child into this world can have, and being a parent and being able to witness all of those little amazing moments that that children kind of bring into this world. So I think that's another message there. And then we have Pisces coming out. So Pisces might also be a relevant sign for you. And the word here is sensitize. Sensitize. So I think just in connection with right now in this present moment, connecting with those emotions, embracing the sensitive side of you. Maybe you're feeling like you are, you know, very sensitive right now, and everything is kind of making you cry or bringing you to tears in some sense, and you don't understand why it's happening. Just know that that's like the emotion that just needs to flow through you at this time, and it's perfectly natural and okay to have those moments of just feeling like you need a good cry and just releasing that emotion. So I think this card is just saying it's okay to feel that way. And also big connection to the moon. So you might feel very drawn to the phases of the moon, and you might find that around the times of the full moon, which we have a full moon kind of, now I'm filming this in August, there was a full moon right at the beginning of August, and there's a full moon right at the end of August. So you might be finding this month particularly to be a very, very emotional month. So just know that the moon has also got a small part to play in this, or a big part actually to play in why you're feeling kind of very emotional and sensitive at this time. Okay, then we have this card. Oh, I love that this card came out for you in a reading that is all about being a mother and embracing motherhood as your journey ahead. We have here a child, and I think this is once again with that South Node and the past coming out, is just embrace that really childlike energy, embrace your inner child as much as possible at this time. Give a lot of love to your inner child. Maybe do activities that help connect you to your inner child. Maybe as a child you really liked to be out in the garden climbing trees, you know, so, or maybe you really like to draw and create and paint. Maybe you liked to, you know, cook in the kitchen with your mom. Like, I think just doing little activities that really help connect you with that childlike inner child at this time is going to be really helpful. Okay, and then we have two of these cards. So we have, oh, I love this, the elephant that's coming with compassion. Oh, so it's just, right now, really give yourself a lot of compassion for where you are at this present moment in your time. The elephant is also all about, always reminds me a lot about abundance. So just being really grateful for everything that you have in your life, the relationships you have in your life, maybe the animals you have in your life, the things and the environment, the home that you have. Just being really grateful for those beautiful bits of abundance that you already have in your life, and it's going to help bring a lot more abundance going forward on this journey ahead. I love that. It's so beautiful. And this also gives me a big connection to India. This is an Indian elephant on this card, so that might be really relevant to you. Maybe you're very drawn to maybe traveling to India, maybe you're from India, maybe you would like to go there one day. So yeah, that might be a relevant message for someone. And this card, this was actually when I shuffled this deck, this was at the bottom of the deck, and I happened to see it, and I just thought, like, it came into my head, I have to take this card for you, because the journey ahead is just going to be filled with a lot of beautiful miracles. And even right now in this present moment, like, even just the act of becoming pregnant and things like that, that is a miracle. It's an absolute blessing and miracle. So I think that there's some beautiful blessings in this present moment and coming ahead on the journey. So just know that that's in your future, and there's a lot of magic and connection to spirit and the universe. And I'm also kind of getting with this card, just really embracing the fact that miracles are all around you at all times. So, okay, I'm going to say it because it kind of did come up. I almost didn't say it, but I think I will say it, because with both of these cards coming out and the card of Mother, I am getting the message from these cards of a girl. So just take that if it resonates. But it could also be a boy, but I'm getting very much girl vibes here. But it's, you know, guys, boys can also like purple and pink and all sorts. So it's really, it's, yeah, just a message, just putting it out there. It might be relevant for someone. Okay, now I'm going to get a couple of these cards, which we'll see what else kind of comes out, what else you need to know. Okay, oh, I love this. We got the sun. So focusing really on the fact that there's so much joy and happiness right now in this present moment and coming in the future for you. Really, really embracing that. We have the card of adventure, and we did have that journey card coming out, so this is all going to be a huge adventure, and just embrace it. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be twists and turns, but it's going to be a really amazing adventure, and definitely something special. we have the card of July. So July might be a relevant month, maybe next July coming up. So we just passed through July, so maybe something did happen in July for you that is related to this message. We have the Death card, which is coming out about transformation. So we had a snake in that very big, very beginning card. We had the snake, and this whole journey and what's ahead is going to be a huge amount of transformation for you. You know, going from not having children to having children is a huge transformation in itself. So a lot of things are going to change, but I think just really embrace that. And yeah, as we said, embrace. There's the card of rejoice. I think this whole journey and everything that's going to happen is going to bring you so much joy, and I think you're going to be really thankful for everything that comes into your life from this point on. So I think that's really special. Then I'm going to get a couple of letters and numbers, and we'll just see if anything else wants to come out for you. Okay, right. Okay, so we have a letter N, so that might be a name. A letter A, we have a B, we have, I'll read the numbers later, a P, we have an O, we have a letter T, a U, we have a Q and a V, we have an M, we have a D, and a lot of numbers here as well. We have another U, so you might really be, there might be a very, something about you. N, or with that U, I'm kind of getting the message of really just take care of yourself, nurture yourself at this present moment in time. Another P, so we have two P's, another O, an I. Okay, one word that I'm getting right now from this, which might just relate to somebody because it's popped into my head, is I am getting the word piano. Piano is coming out. So you might really love piano music, or sorry, I can't hold them all in my hand, but piano is there. So piano music might be relevant. It might be very calming for you to listen to piano music. Maybe you are someone who plays the piano or can play the piano really nicely. We have also another letter H. Okay, let's see. Any other words from that I can get? Yeah, I think I can't really see any more. And then we have a ton of numbers. So we have 1, 8, 2, sorry, 1, 3, 2. Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3. So, okay, this is making me think of, you know, like this journey is going to be a lot of steps. So there's the first step, the second step, the third step. So you're moving kind of gradually along on that path, one step at a time. You don't need to rush anything. It's going to happen. Everything's going to happen when it's meant to happen. And we have 2 11s coming out. So 1111 is a very spiritual number, and we had that come out already in your reading, so it's double confirmation there. We have 22 or 2s coming out. That's also a very spiritually connected number. We have a 4, we have a 6, a 10, 2 10s coming out, and 10 is a big sign of abundance, of family, of kind of getting all of those ducks in a row, kind of 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups in Tarot. These are all really positive cards, so I think that's definitely evidence that in your future is going to be a really amazing family life. And 12 and 5. So that is all I have for you, pile 3. This has been so beautiful, this energy to read for you today. I'm really excited about this path ahead for you, and I hope you found this reading guiding and helpful, and I will see you again soon.